Imagine a world where public servants uphold the highest standards of ethical behavior. Welcome to a journey of understanding the profound impact of ethics in public service. Ethics isn't just a concept to be confined to textbooks or philosophical discussions, it's the very foundation of a fair and just society. For those in public service, it's the compass that guides every action, every decision, and every interaction. Public servants are the embodiment of the government's promise to its people. They are the bridge between policy and implementation and between the government and the governed. With such a pivotal role, their actions can have far-reaching consequences. This is why it's crucial for them to uphold the highest standards of ethical behavior. Ethical behavior in public service fosters trust. When public servants act with integrity, fairness, and accountability, they instill confidence in the system. They assure the public that their interests are being served, that their rights are being respected, and that their voices are being heard. Moreover, ethical behavior promotes good governance. It ensures that power is exercised responsibly, that decisions are made transparently, and that public resources are utilized efficiently. It deters corruption, curbs malpractice, and encourages sustainable development. In Ethiopia, public servants face unique ethical challenges. The diverse cultural landscape, socio-economic disparities, and political complexities can make ethical decision-making a daunting task. It's a tightrope walk, where the balance between personal beliefs, societal expectations, and professional obligations must be maintained. Now let's bring this into perspective. Consider the role of a social protection team leader in Ethiopia. They are tasked with the welfare of the most vulnerable sections of society. Their decisions can mean the difference between dignity and despair for countless individuals. Their ethical behavior is not just a professional requirement, but a moral duty. Now think about the role of a social protection team leader in Ethiopia. Are you ready to test your understanding of their ethical obligations? First question, you're a social protection team leader faced with an ethical dilemma. What do? Suppose a member of your team has made a grave error, jeopardizing an essential project's success. You have 4 options. Option 1, cover up the mistake. This could save face for your team, but it's not an ethical choice as it involves dishonesty. Option 2, report the error to higher authorities. This is ethical as it promotes transparency, but it may harm the team member's reputation. Option 3, confront the team member privately and give them a chance to rectify their mistake. This approach respects the individual's dignity while ensuring accountability. Option 4, ignore the mistake and hope it doesn't affect the project significantly. This option may seem harmless, but it's not ethical as it evades responsibility. Remember, ethical decisions often require us to balance conflicting values and interests. Next question, how do you maintain your integrity while serving the public? Here are your options. A, you prioritize your personal gains over the public's needs. B, you resist temptation and uphold the public's interests, even if it means making personal sacrifices. C, you compromise your values, making decisions based on what's easy rather than what's right. D, you cater to the most vocal, ignoring the silent majority. Option A suggests a self-serving mindset, which directly compromises integrity. Option B, on the other hand, embodies the very essence of integrity, placing the public's needs above personal gains. Option C reflects an attitude of convenience over conviction, again compromising integrity. Option D, while appearing to serve the public, fails to uphold the principles of fairness and equality, thus undermining integrity. So the answer? Option B, a testament to true integrity. Remember, integrity is the cornerstone of ethical behavior in public service. Here's another one. How do you ensure fairness in your role as a social protection team leader? Consider the following multiple-choice question. As a team leader, how would you promote fairness and equality within your team? Option A, by treating everyone the same, regardless of their individual circumstances. Option B, by taking into consideration individual circumstances and adjusting your approach accordingly. Option C, by delegating tasks based on seniority and experience only. While at first glance, option A might seem the most equitable, it can inadvertently perpetuate inequalities. Option B, on the other hand, recognizes that fairness often requires an understanding of individual circumstances and a willingness to adjust accordingly. Option C, though it may seem fair based on experience, can overlook the potential in less experienced team members and create a hierarchy that stifles growth and development. In the end, fairness is not just about treating everyone the same, it's about recognizing and addressing inequality. Let's move on to the next question. How does a social protection team leader demonstrate accountability? Well, here are your options. Option A, by admitting mistakes and learning from them. Option B, by maintaining transparency in all actions. Option C, by accepting feedback and making necessary improvements. Option D, all of the above. Each of these answers sheds light on the multifaceted nature of accountability. Admitting mistakes, for instance, is about humility and understanding that we are all human. Transparency, on the other hand, is about openness, a willingness to let the public see what you're doing. Accepting feedback is about growth, acknowledging that there's always room for improvement. But the correct answer here is option D, all of the above. Accountability isn't a single action, it's a blend of humility, transparency, and a commitment to improvement. It's a crucial cornerstone in maintaining public trust. Accountability is more than just accepting responsibility for mistakes. It's about learning, improving, and making amends. We've covered a lot of ground today, so let's take a moment to recap. We started by highlighting the importance of ethics in public service. Ethics, as we discussed, isn't just about adhering to laws and regulations. It's about doing what's right, even when no one is watching. It's about being honest, fair, and accountable in the execution of one's duties. We then delved into the ethical dilemmas that a public servant, specifically a social protection team leader in Ethiopia, might face. We explored scenarios where the right course of action isn't always clear-cut and how crucial it is to make decisions that are in the best interest of the public, even when they're tough. Our journey took us to the question of integrity, an essential trait for any public servant. We emphasized that a social protection team leader must not only uphold their integrity, but also inspire it in their team. By doing so, they set an example for others to follow, thus fostering a culture of honesty and transparency. Next, we tackled the challenge of fairness. Fairness isn't just about treating everyone equally, it's about understanding individual needs and making decisions that honor those needs. As a team leader, one must ensure that their team's actions are fair and just, promoting social inclusion and equality. Accountability was our next station. We underlined that a team leader must take responsibility not only for their actions, but also for those of their team. By holding oneself and one's team accountable, a leader fosters a sense of trust and reliability, crucial for effective public service. So, as we conclude, let's remember that ethical behavior isn't a one-time act. It's a continuous journey. It's about making the right choices day after day, even when those choices are hard. It's about standing up for what's right, even when it's easier not to. Remember, as a public servant, your ethical behavior has a direct impact on the people you serve and the society you're a part of. So, let's strive to uphold the highest standards of ethics in public service.